What is up, guys? My name of course is Carl and welcome yet to another video and another little sort of absence from the channel. I've been so busy, guys, so I do apologise. I've been trying to sort out and get some ideas for this film that I'm shooting at the moment, and it's been taking up a lot of my time, along with family life as well. But let me just explain. So the outcome of the movie was to make it at least 30 minutes long for a short, but I'm having sort of difficulties trying to figure out locations or acquiring, shall I say, locations to film, which is relevant to the story I'm trying to tell. So I've decided what to do is I'm going to shorten the film to about 16 minutes long. That is going to give me some leeway into locations to film. So I've sort of changed the script quite a lot, to be perfectly honest, and this does happen in filmmaking. You know, you write a script, everything seems great, but then certain things that you want to do or want to create within a picture limits you, so you get very limited on what you can do, because obviously you get let down by people in general. I've obviously been let down by locations. 1 minute someone says, yep, it's okay, you can film here, and the next minute it's like, no, you can't sort of film here because we sort of changed our mind, which really does bug you up in a lot of ways, because you know, sometimes you put your faith in people to get the job done, and obviously unfortunately people let you down. So we have got 2 days of preliminary main shooting, which will start from Saturday, and hopefully I can get them behind the scenes videos to you by Monday and Tuesday, so you can see exactly what is going down with this short film. It is taking a long time, I do know, and I do apologise about that. It's all because of that sort of situation. You know, the cast are ready to go, which is fantastic. You know, everything's sort of ready to be put into place. I am quite a spare at the moment film director, so I like to sort of make things up on the fly, and I like the cast members to have input into what we're trying to create, or the story I'm trying to create at the same time. So I do, you know, a lot of spur of the moment things with me, and I do change my mind very, very quickly when I'm in the middle of a film shoot and I'm shooting something and I think to myself, well, maybe this would have looked better like this, but I don't sort of look at it in that aspect and think, well, just leave it the way it is, I will change it. And most of the best ideas come to you when you're actually filming and you're actually creating, which is a good thing in a lot of ways, but it does screw with your mind a bit. And you know, my brain cell starts ticking over until I drive myself insane, end up getting a massive headache and think to myself, God, I need to just rest for this. And that's literally what I've been doing for the past few days, trying to really focus on, you know, locking this story down and let the cast members that are in the film really, what's the word I'm looking for, drive their own performances by creating their own sort of dialogue in a lot of way. I like to sort of guide them in a sense where I say, right, this is the scene I want to shoot, okay, this is the story I want to tell, and this is what you're going to say in this line, but I do like the cast to add their own flair to it, because it makes it more natural. Add their own dialogue to the actual script to make it more natural, as long as it's sort of like on the lines of what I'm trying to say in the film. I don't really mind, because I think it's a more natural process, and it makes things more realistic because it's flowing naturally. So yeah, it's kicking my ass, this film, it really, really is. And I'm not going to sit here and say to you that it's going to be the best short film in the world, but obviously this is the first major short film I've ever done, and I haven't got a team of like 50-60 people sort of running around me, helping me with grip, helping me with lighting. I'm doing this purely on a very, very low budget, even though most of my equipment is pretty, you know, decent to film with, and I can achieve, you know, pretty good results with the camera system I've got and the audio I've got. Still, it's never going to be perfect, and it's never going to be 100% what I want, unless I've got a massive team around me basically collaborating with me and working with me at the same time. So I think that's why this short film's taking so long, because basically I'm doing sort of 99% of the work, which is crazy, but at the same time I think it's a learning experience, and it's going to make me stronger as a filmmaker. It's going to enable me to be able to tackle all sorts of obstacles that I run into whilst trying to create this film, and I think that's the best way to do it. I think, you know, throwing myself, you know, into the deep end is the best way, I think, to learn, to basically learn. You know, I left a message with Film Riot to Ryan. You know, he did a video on basically how do you know if you're sort of prepared, or you ever prepared to be a filmmaker, and basically wrote back to me and said, you know, it's like, you know, going into a boxing ring without knowing how to box. You know, all you can do is prepare yourself the best you can to achieve what you want to achieve. And I think he hit the nail right on the head with that. What I'm trying to do is achieve something which, one, is, you know, costing me hardly any money to make. I have spent money on it, I won't lie to you, but I haven't spent a lot of money. I'm trying to do things on a sort of, you know, really tight budget to see what I can achieve with basically no money. And it will give me the opportunity to one day, you know, if money does come into the equation and I do get a budget set for myself on a movie that I'm trying to create, I can hopefully create something a lot better. But at the same time, I want to create something pretty cool for you guys to watch and to put out there and say to you, you know, this was no money, literally, to create this film, which will tell you, you know, you don't need shitloads of money to make something and be creative. All you need is the tools to do it. You know, starting from, you know, even making movies with an iPhone or so on and so on. As long as you've got the basic tools to sort of put something together, there's no reason why you can't go out there and just create. And yes, you know, you probably say, well, yeah, you got Blackmagic Cinema camera, you got, you know, editing suites and all the tools, software, but that don't mean nothing unless the story is good. The story's crap, unfortunately. It doesn't matter what gear you use, what audio equipment, what camera you use, it's never really going to come through. And I've just been trying to, you know, create something a little bit sinister and a little bit, I think I've been biting off more than I can chew, if that makes sense, but in a good way. There are loads of visual effects in this film, and there's a lot of practical effects in this film as well. Some of it you will not notice, but obviously in future videos I'm going to say to you, look, this was an effect and that was an effect, even if you didn't notice it, and, you know, come to you and say, look, this is how you do it in tutorials, which I think is going to help. I try and limit myself on visual effects in a film because I do feel that visual effects are only needed to tidy up and cover up things that you don't want to be in a shot, or just basically all round, you know, moulding the film together. So visual effects are not a necessity in a film, but I do feel they're needed to cover up mistakes and just, you know, add things into a scene that you obviously could never create practically if you're not on a budget. If you're on a massive budget, then obviously creating practical effects is going to be a lot more better than creating visual effects. But, you know, where I'm working on sort of a zero budget, yeah, and doing most of it myself, it's going to be tight. So keep an eye out, guys, for Monday and Tuesday. I've got some cool stuff coming hopefully tomorrow. I've just bought a machine for my audio creation process. I was talking to a good friend of mine, he said, yeah, you need to get yourself a machine. I've ordered the MK1 or the Mark 1 purely because I've never used machine before, and I don't see the point in, you know, ordering, say, a Mark 3 until I'm confident in using the basics. So I've ordered a Mark 1, which I hopefully will be bringing you in a video tomorrow, hooked up to the setup. Planning for the studio is going okay. I'm taking my time with it because, you know, I've got everything I need, so there's no rush for me to say, right, I need to set the studio up right now, because obviously it costs time and money. So I am sort of getting little bits and pieces, very slowly but surely. I'm going to incorporate them into the setup I've got now and start using them now. And then once we, later in the year, are ready to get the studio desk in, then I will do a dedicated video based around that setup, which hopefully I'm hoping you guys are going to enjoy. So, great things happening this week. We've got the machine video tomorrow, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm filming non-stop, which I will be getting some behind the scenes video footage for you guys to check out of what we've done and how we're getting on. I'm really excited about the weekend. The cast members are actually staying at my house, which is going to be magic. We're going to have a laugh. We're going to have barbecues. Hopefully the weather will hold up, so we're going to have some barbecues. Hopefully I can get all that on film for you guys. So you can see it's not all work, but you know, there's a lot of play involved at the same time. Even though creating a film to me is a lot of fun, and that's the way you need to come across. You just need to have a good time with it and just enjoy yourself whilst doing it. So yes, look out for them videos. Hopefully Monday or Tuesday they should start. I think there should be about 3, maybe 4 videos in that series, which are going to be amazing. And then hopefully we can tie this film and I can start editing it and lock it down. So we've got 2 days of raw, hardcore shooting, which I'm hoping I can tell my story and get it all on film within them 2 days. I've already got quite a lot filmed already that I'm going to be implemented, but at the same time I've got a lot of footage that I'm cutting out at the same time that I'm not going to be using, because I feel like even though they're good scenes, they're just not needed. And I think that's the way it always happens in making films. You make your scenes, you shoot your bits and bobs, and then you decide later on down the road, no, that's not going to work. But I think that's just basically a learning curve in that sense. So that's what's happening this week, guys. So yeah, hopefully you'll see me tomorrow afternoon at some point. I don't know what time. And then I am busy the weekend, even though I'm going to get behind the scene footage. Then hopefully Monday or Tuesday I'll be bringing you the complete series of Schizophrenia behind the scenes. I have scheduled a release date for Schizophrenia for the next month or so. So because it's obviously been changed and we're locking down the length of the film, I'm hoping within the next 4 or 5 weeks I can release this film to you guys for you to enjoy. I'm just hoping I don't let you guys down with it, but at the same time I'm not really bothered, because this is a learning curve for me. It's a big learning curve for me, so whatever sort of feedback I get for the film is going to be amazing, and I just hope it works. I really do. And then I can finally start working on my second feature, which I'm working on, which is an exclusive title, and the short film's called Box. So hopefully, yeah, I just want to get this Schizophrenia thing done and dusted, edited, locked down, sound, audio, get the tutorials out there to you guys based around this film and the editing tutorials, so on and so on, because we are going to be looking at this stuff all very, very deeply, which I think is going to help you guys in the long run for, you know, editing and visual effects. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, if you have enjoyed this video, smash the shit out of that like button. I well appreciate it. And like always on my videos, if you're not subscribed to the if you're not subscribed to the channel, smash that subscribe button, and that would really, really help me out a lot. And I would appreciate you coming on board and following me on this journey. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely catch you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.